Morning Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience. We're so glad to see you here today, and We want you to know your soul is welcome here. We're going to sing about it, right, Laree?
That's right, we are. Your soul is welcome here. So let's all sing together. Here we go.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. In the right place. I am in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. In my soul. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Let's turn around and wave to the camera and say hello to all the beautiful people at home. Your soul is welcome here too.
I'm in the right place at the right time.
Right time.
I'm just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place, right time. I'm just where I am meant to be. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. Again, I can't hear you. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. That's right. My soul is welcome.
Tell them, Lori, yeah.
My soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. My soul. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Good morning and welcome, and good morning, Elaine.
Good morning, Reverend Deborah. And we greet you in the name of all that is good, all that is sacred, and all that is holy in this warm and loving energy of our spiritual community. And here at Spiritual Life Center, we honor this morning all people worshiping in temples, churches, mosques, stone circles, and in those beautiful temples of nature, because there is no place that God does not grace. And if it is your first time with us, joining us, we want to especially welcome you, whether you're here in the sanctuary or joining us live stream, because we know that you are not here by accident. We are all here by divine appointment. And we're so glad you've kept your appointment today. And now, if you would, please silence all your electronic devices and wear those masks according to guidelines.
And as we move into this service and allow the rest of the world drop away for just a few minutes, let's take a moment for prayer. And we give such deep thanks for the ability and to be able to be together and to celebrate our connection with Spirit through song, through meditation, through our talk. And it is knowing that we are each a channel of the light and love of the one source that brings us here. And then we recharge and we go out back into the world and recharge those who we touch. And so, again, we are grateful for this opportunity and we say, Amen. The Spiritual Life Center has a mission, and let us just say that mission together. It is to transform lives as we love, serve, and remember. And we bring about that mission by really living our unity principles. And let's say those together. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action.
Thank you, Rev. Deborah. Do you remember this from back in the pre-COVID days when we used to meet in person?
Oh, yeah, we did. I think so, yeah, a long time ago. And it had something to do with celebrating things.
Yes. Well, that's our awesomeness bell. It's owned by Paula Mandella, but at our staff meetings or during the week, when we had something awesome to share, you can run down and ring the bell, and then we all knew something great and miraculous was happening. So I wanted to share this awesomeness report with you today. Part of COVID, there was a lot of silver linings. As you know that during Wow Wednesday, Reverend Deborah used to run our Wednesday night services. And when we had to close, she was inspired to bring a new podcast to life. And she came through her own intuition and started our podcast that is released every Wednesday called Discovering the Spirit Within. And this morning, I want to congratulate Reverend Deborah and to the podcast team, Cameron back in the sound booth as our tech behind that, for being recognized by Podbean for reaching over 1,000 downloads. And that's all part of you as we vision that podcast. And Podbean is only one of many platforms that they're listened to, so we're looking for the analytics on that. And we started just shy of a year ago. It was launched on September 2nd, and so we're just shy. And I looked up the numbers this morning, and they're already at 1,100 downloads. And we are now in 16 different countries and in several states in the United States, just this one podcast. So it's being listened to in California, Nevada, Michigan, Virginia, Texas. So thank you so much, because this is our celebration, that this message of what we bring of unity and oneness is now being spread as our global mission to bring that to be the love and the light. So thank you, all of you, for being part of this community and bringing that to light. So thank you, Reverend Deborah. And I'm also thrilled, another awesomeness report is our speaker this morning. It's my privilege and pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, who is no stranger to our community. It's Donna Apadoni, well-known for her work with Cap Radio as the host of Morning Edition and Cap Radio Reads. She is also an interfaith minister ordained in New York in 2009, and she is also our what we consider not only a longtime member of SLC, but one of our internal faculty members. She's a beautiful spiritual teacher who has designed the program Transformission Path, and we actually share that at least once a year here at SLC as part of our many pathways to your personal transformation. So in addition to doing all those things, she also presides over our annual Blessing of the Animals, and that's always the first Saturday in October. We do it on Zoom. We did it in live a couple of times, and then we realized how we can reach more families and traumatize less animals.
And bring the cats.
Yeah, so cats, dogs, we had snakes, guinea pigs, you name it. So we now come to your home, and especially at different times of your pets' lives. And it has been very, very sacred and beautiful to hold space for some of us in the congregations who were saying goodbye to their family members, and having the opportunity for us to bless them as a community and have them prayed for by Reverend Donna. So we look forward to mark that date. If you have an animal, get your goldfish and bring them along. So thank you, and just stand up. Welcome, Reverend Donna Apadoni.
Faith in Action starts the first week in October as well, so that our animals will be all blessed, and we'll go right into Faith in Action. We are using the book, The Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel Ruiz, and we are still open for home host facilitator signups. The signups end tomorrow, so if you are wanting to be a host for this program, please sign up. Now, I know that things feel a little uncertain, and some of you may not be comfortable opening up your homes. So you can do this on Zoom. We had, I think, 8 groups last year, and they all Zoomed, and they had a wonderful time. Reverend Janae said that it was very, very satisfying. And so just consider that you might want to, you have till noon tomorrow to decide if you want to be a host or a facilitator for a Faith in Action group. So you can sign up online. If you are electronically challenged, you can go out to the hub out in the courtyard, and they will help you sign up.
And another silver lining to the COVID experience, besides my gray hair, has been that we were actually able to find a way to connect while we were closed, and we did that by doing bingo here at SLC via Zoom. Well, if you're looking for a little bit of spice and fun this fall season, we're going to do a hybrid of bingo. So those of you who love the in-person connection, we're going to do it in the courtyard. So you can be face masks optional, or again, join us by Zoom if you want to do it from the comfort of your own home. But mark that date. It's Friday, September 17th. Those of you who've bingoed with us before, it's not Saturday, it's Friday, because we have to be able to turn the sanctuary and the place over for Sunday. So Friday, September 7th, 7 to 8:30. And besides all the gift cards for all the bingo winners, we're going to do that intervention contest. And this time, it's going to be a dance break contest. So whether the singles or couples or chair dancers, we're looking forward to a great time. So again, join us for some fun on September 17th.
At 1 o'clock today, we have Authentic Voices, and I believe that some of the members of that team are here to give us a preview.
Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without, so come on. I'm talking to you, come on. Shout.
Hey, would you like to dance?
Ooh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Damn, you knew it was going to happen. You came out to the club. Okay, calm down. You're going to have to step on the downbeat, not the upbeat. I know. Okay, I can do this. Everybody expects me to know how to dance because I'm half black, but then again, I'm half white, and oh my God, sometimes that gives me problems at times. So here I am. I know I can do this. I got this beat. Oh, I look cute. Okay, I got it. I'm good. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes...
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't know what you're doing. No, you can't. She's too cute. You got to look cool. Do something else.
You know, this song really doesn't move me. Can I buy you a drink instead? Sure, that'd be great.
So remember, join us, and we will be having some, for those of you who want to partake, to some pizza and salad, so you don't have to leave the building. Join us after service. That performance starts at 1. And remember, there's many things happening at SLC. Come check out our happening bulletin board out in the courtyard, or visit the hub where our staff can answer some questions. And we do have a new drop-down events calendar on our website where you can find out more about what's happening.
So with our Board of Trustees and Chaplains, please stand. Our Board of Trustees wear the purple ribbons on their badges, and they are here to guide, shape, and provide oversight for our community. And so if you have questions about some of the things that are going on at SLC, feel free to chat with them and see what they can offer to you. Thank you. And our chaplains are here to pray for us and hold us in confidential prayer during our human journey of joy as well as challenge. They wear the white stoles, and they will be out in the courtyard after the service to pray with you.
And we love to welcome our newcomers. So in a moment, we will ask you to raise your hand. And there's many ways to connect with us, to learn about our classes, our events, our small groups. And that is one way is to fill out the welcome card. And you can find it also online under slc.org/connect. And for those of you who are in person with us today, you can also fill out a card and take it to the welcome table out in the foyer, the courtyard, where there is a warm welcome and a gift for you today.
So if you're here for the very first time, would you please raise your hand and keep it raised? So we We are offering you a purple ribbon, and we ask you to wear this on your left side near your heart so that we can greet you and offer you a heartfelt welcome to SLC. Okay, thank you for joining us today on your unique path. Let us stand and welcome our newcomers and each other.
Please remain standing as we sing our group song. We'll be choosing Heaven today. Come on, let's choose Heaven. Here we go.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
One more time.
I'm choosing heaven today. And I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
Now let's choose love. You ready?
And I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today.
Let's choose compassion.
Ooh, yeah. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose compassion today.
Let's choose joy.
I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing joy today.
Let's go back to heaven.
And I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
Please be seated.
I guess I had the last word on that one. So I would like to invite us all to speak out loud together our vision statement. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. And now, in preparation for meditation, I'm going to sing this beautiful chant. God is here, God is now.
God is here, God is now, God is all. God is the love. here, God is now, God is all. God is the life within my heart. God is the life within my heart. So I see and I feel and I know all is perfect and all's perfect and all's perfect is perfect and right in my world.
All is perfect and right in my world. As we settle into this time of quiet, breathe naturally and simply be aware of how you relax with each breath. Melt into your seat. Relax your eyelids. Gently drift into the center of yourself and float into the silence of your inner atmosphere, into your imagination. A soft, sparkling white mist enfolds you. And as you gaze into the mist, the sparkles slowly resolve into the familiar shape of a temple. Engraved above the open door is one word: Imaginarium. Entering the temple, you see 3 altars that form a triangle under the alabaster dome. One altar is made from ruby, one emerald, and one of amethyst. As you turn to the ruby altar, you see a sign hanging that says, Altar of your desires. Stepping forward, lean in and lay your palms on the cool ruby surface. As you make contact, the altar begins to glow, and you see in your mind's eye the earthly things that you desire and need. These are concrete things. You easily identify them. Don't have to think about them very much because they're a part of your reality. Take a breath and give thanks for the needs and desires that are fulfilled in your life. And you turn and move toward the emerald altar. And its sign reads, Altar of your dreams. As you lean in and place your palms on this altar, the emerald green pulsates. Your mind is filled with dreams that you foster, those that are bigger than your desires, the ones that go past your material needs, the dreams of your life. As they float freely in your mind, recognize the dreams that have become manifest. Acknowledge the ones that are in process. Allow yourself to merge and blend with your dreams. And express gratitude for those dreams because you know they give you something to reach for. They give you hope. And now you turn toward the amethyst altar. And the sign says, crazy ideas. As you lay your palms on the altar, nothing happens at first. And then a voice whispers, imagine. And so you allow your mind to wander. Amethyst light emanates from the altar, entering your being, filling and energizing you. And that inner voice says, imagine who you are. Imagine who you came here to be. Imagine beyond your desires and dreams. Imagine the whole universe in your mind. Imagine it into your heart. Imagine it into your soul. Imagine. What do you see? Your heart, mind, and soul, immersed in this light, become one with the all. In this moment, there is no you, there is only being in the silence. Your mind, heart, and soul are open to the crazy ideas of the universe, and you are free to be. As you prepare to rise from your inner atmosphere, step back from the altar and bow to the red, the green, the amethyst, in gratitude for their gifts. And as you return to your body, receive this blessing. Oh, my beloved, imagination expands you. Imagination is how you co-create with the one source. Imagination is your holy link. Use it often. Use it to open yourself, and all the crazy ideas you never thought of will flood your being, and you will fly free. Remember this, always.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of your imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to feel paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there So go there to be free if you truly wish to be. What if we lived in a world where only imagination stands? Can you imagine that? What if we lived in a world where there's no greed or no hunger, no pain to suffer with, and no tears to hide? Can you imagine this? Only bliss, only laughter and love. Will you imagine the things that we could achieve if we all just had a dream? If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, you just gotta do it. You wanna change the world, there's nothing to it, because living there you'll be free if you truly wish to be. So go there, oh, to be free if you truly wish to be.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hello. I was looking around the room. I felt a little bit like Miss Nancy on Romper Room. I see Walter, I see Pat, I see all these people who I haven't seen for a really long time. It's very nice to see you. And hopefully next time I see you, we'll actually be able to hug. No hugs today, unless you're a dog. I make exceptions, and I'm happy to hug dogs whenever they cross my path. I was watching my neighbor's dog not too long ago, sitting in the front yard. She's kind of old. She just kind of hangs in the front yard and watches everybody go by. And she saw a squirrel go by. And it was fun to watch her reaction to the squirrel, because her ears stood up and her tail wagged a little bit, and she made this cute little noise. And I thought, oh, that's so cute. Look at the dog. She's imagining she's chasing the squirrel. And then I thought, I don't know if dogs have imaginations. I have no idea if they do. So I was imagining that the dog was imagining that she was chasing the squirrel, because we try to impose things on other people using our imaginations. We imagine something, and then we imagine that everyone else thinks exactly the same way. And we imagine that all beings around us must have imaginations because we do. It's kind of weird that way. But our imaginations are such a tool for us to use and such a cause for us to celebrate that we have to talk about it today. It's a nice way to connect with our inner selves, that little kid that's in all of us. And it's a nice way to connect with spirit, too. A long time ago, I was not a little kid at the time, but I was in an audience filled with little kids. We were observing a play just for little kids. It was called Marmalade Gumdrops. And in this play, one of the characters explained the whole premise behind the title. He said, you know, there are a lot of gumdrops in the world. And they're all really good. They all have sugar, they're all sweet, they're really quite tasty. Lots of them. But they don't have any flavor. There's no particular flavor to a lot of the gumdrops. But if you can get your hands on a gumdrop that has a certain flavor, a flavor that you really like, maybe the flavor of the marmalade you put on your toast in the morning, then you really have something that's special, that'll make you smile. And the line from that play that explains all that is, imagination is like marmalade gumdrops. Once you've tried it, you'll never settle for just plain. That stuck with me for a long, long time. Our imaginations are special tools that we have. Now, I admit, without too much hesitation, I admit that I watch Sesame Street. I'm not the only one. You watch Sesame Street too? Wow. You know, whenever I see those characters, I feel a lot better. And I had heard that there were other grown-ups in our area who also watch Sesame Street. I didn't know you were going to be in the same room with me. Welcome, Sesame Street fans. Linda Ronstadt has said in a lot of interviews that she had a crush on Kermit. Well, of course, she was referring to one specific show where she met Kermit for the first time and sang, "I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie." So she continues to talk about her crush on Kermit to this day. Just one of many examples where a frog and a princess get together. She also told me that she watches Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, which I thought was very special because I watch Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. And it's probably the only thing Linda Ronstadt and I will ever have in common, so it was fun to hear that. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely drawn in to the fantasy of shows like this. Sesame Street in particular, I forget what's real and what isn't real. It's so easy to forget. I cross that line between reality and imagination, and I hear myself saying, "Oh, Rudy's so cute. Oh, Abby's so helpful. Oh, I just love Oscar." And I know they're not real, but I allow myself to slip into that place where I accept them as if they are real. The company that produces Sesame Street is called Children's Television Workshop. And it was their goal and their intention from the beginning to create a show that would allow learning tools for young people who didn't have access to early learning in other places. So it was really important that they have letters and numbers. And it was really important that they have a sense of community. And it was really important that they show in that sense of community how people of different races get along. You know, green and yellow and red and pink and brown and white and black as well. Orange, all of those races are all getting along so well on Sesame Street. So it has always taught children from a very early age to project beyond what you know, to use your imagination. Because kids are naturally much more imaginative than adults. But we can learn. About 20 years ago, there were some TV commercials for Hewlett-Packard. And they asked the question, what if? What if? Now, when we look back at what they were asking today, it seems kind of silly because they were sitting there with this group of imaginary software engineers sitting in this commercial for Hewlett-Packard, imagining what could be and saying, what if you could just type something that you wanted to know and it would pop up on your screen? What if you could do your taxes on your computer? What if you could have a conversation with somebody far away and actually see them talking to you? Well, now we know that they use their imaginations and they use them successfully, and all of those things came to be. But they also came to be because somebody, somewhere in a room, said, what if? So I think we should try it. I think we should try it because I think if we use our imaginations the right way, we can have that moment where we bring our thoughts into reality. We could have a wonderful way to connect with each other. We could really do something. It could be the beginning of a big spiritual movement. Oh, wait, no, that's New Thought. I think we're already doing it. But we're already doing it because somebody said, what if? But it worked. And here we are. So what are the questions you could ask? What if everything will be okay? What if everything is already okay? What if I'm okay? What if you're okay? What if everyone around me is a creation of the divine? Now, this is where I lose a few people because everyone says, yeah, okay, but not that guy down the street who plays the really loud music. I'm not sure he's a creation of the divine. So we're going to do that one again. What if everyone around me is a creation of the divine? Okay, that was better. Good. What if you always know the right thing to say? What if you always know the perfect thing to say? What if you're perfect? What if everyone is perfect? Imagine that. No, really, I want you to imagine that. Imagine that everyone is perfect. You can take that out of the sanctuary today and take it with you and put it to use. One of my favorite adult teachers is somebody who a lot of you know, a Unity minister named Wayne Manning, who generously taught me about what if. If I would ever say to him, Wayne, I'm having trouble with such and such, he'd say, well, what if you weren't? Wayne, I don't know about this or that. Well, what if you did? It kind of throws things out of whack when you're trying to complain to somebody to have them just say, what if? But it works. It works, and it was an opportunity to remind me that I can reframe my doubt and imagine it as possibility. Reframe my doubt and imagine it as possibility. What if we do solve climate change by 2035? What if you do live happily ever after? I see the gears turning here. I think you're catching on to this. I don't know about you, but I didn't always think of myself as being very creative because I thought to be very creative you had to be a songwriter or a painter. And it took me a long time to realize that creativity and imagination happen all around me. It just comes out in different ways. There are people who are using their imaginations to build bridges and create budgets and program computers and software. We think of some of those pursuits as scientific, but actually they're an imaginative spin on science, and we'd be lost without them. Speaking of science, there's a lot of research, and you can tap into this research by using a very imaginative tool called Google. There's a lot of research that shows that our imaginations improve our mental health, which improves our physical health. And I knew that, but I didn't know why. And I found out why. Because if you are using the part of your brain that's really troubled and really worrying about problems, that's this thing over here. That's that part of your brain. But when you use your imagination, you tap into a completely different part of your brain that's untroubled and free to travel, free to fly. And so that overrides some of that negativity, and you feel lighter. Your stress level goes down. Literally, your blood pressure goes down. So imagination frees your mind and frees your body and makes you feel better. Imagination also helps your relationship because you're separating that part of your brain from that part of your brain, and you can see people in a new way every time you run into them. So if you had a problem with someone before playing too much loud music down the street, next time you see them, you can reimagine that. You can see them a little bit differently. With practice, your imagination improves your view of reality. It allows you to see what you hadn't seen before, and it allows you to see that anything is possible, and it allows you to release joy within you. So I sat down to decide what brings me joy. Not folding the towels a certain way in the drawer, no. What brings me joy is Pretty much anything from John Cleese. There is timing and material and delivery. That sense of humor always brings me joy. Music by the Beatles, although I think this week I was a little more Rolling Stones, understandably. But just certain music just makes me happy. You have your own music that makes you happy. I get joy from hummingbirds and butterflies and children laughing and lovely gardens. And there are things that I can do that maybe you've done. Maybe you're going to start doing them. Things that we can do that will bring us joy. When was the last time you jumped rope? When was the last time you blew bubbles? When was the last time you planted something? Okay, not just planted something, but sat in the dirt and played a little bit in the dirt. When's the last time you did that? It brings joy. Just wear a fuzzy bathrobe, put on a mask. I was narrating Peter and the Wolf with some people from Sac Ballet last weekend, and the guy who was playing the wolf was like, imagining that he was the wolf. And he was just mean and nasty, and he came out and all the kids laughed at him. They were like, yeah, right, yeah, you're the wolf, you're real mean and nasty. Kind of blew his mind, but they saw through it, they giggled, they saw the role that he was playing, and they were still able to have fun. Put on some ears, put on a mask, have some fun with that. You're all probably aware that in Australia, the COVID lockdown happened only a couple of months ago, much more recently than what we went through. I have a friend who lives in Australia who is an art therapist. And as soon as everybody locked down, she got in touch with her friends and she said, I have toys. I'm an art therapist. I'm willing to share my toys with you. And so, by request, she made little care packages and dropped them off at the front porches of people she knew. Legos, puzzles, plush toys, rocks and shells, crystals, crayons, all the things that you need to have some joy, to use your imagination, and to combine those two, joy and imagination. You can do something that you did as a kid to combine those two, or you can find something new, but just find something. Have fun. Get that joy going. Use your imagination. I'm telling you all of this because imagination is such a good fit for what we know to be true in New Thought. We bring to fruition what we think, what we believe, and it's as simple as that. But we have to imagine it. On hot, smoky days, we can imagine cooler, clearer days. On days that don't go exactly as I had anticipated, I can imagine something more pleasant. It's a way to live and a way to be. And you know that because you're in this room. You know that. But now we can put it to work in a new way. We can refresh our memories and put it to work again. Looking and seeing and reflecting, using compassion, those are all things we know. They're all things that benefit from your imagination, especially compassion with that guy down the street who's still playing the loud music. What we say comes to pass. What we think comes to be. So we may as well imagine something really nice and really helpful. We're co-creating. And I want to co-create in a way that I'm doing something good for the end game. You do too, and I have a vested interest in this. I want you to have a really good end game because our end games are each other's. You don't have your own private end game, and I don't either. We're sharing all of that. That energy we're putting out now is affecting what we're doing here, what we're doing next week, your children, your grandchildren, and on into eternity. So let's imagine something really good. Let's imagine something that's going to work for us for ages. That energy keeps going. I want to feel joy, so I want to feel joy for whoever comes next. I want to have equity now. I want to deliver equity to whoever comes next. and everything I do makes it so. And my imagination is the bridge from here to there. My imagination is what connects the present to the future. Now, if I still haven't convinced you about how to use your imagination, then I suggest you just go home, sit in a chair, put your feet on the floor and your hands in your lap, close your eyes, and meditate. Because every meditation involves imagination. How many guided meditations have you heard that say, picture yourself in a lovely forest, sitting by a stream? They just take you right out of where you are and put you somewhere else. You have to use your imagination in order to meditate. Bring golden light in through the top of your head and breathe out those gray toxins. This is a good day to be breathing out those gray toxins. You see it in your mind's eye. You have to use your imagination to pull this off. During our lockdown, I accidentally developed a really nice way to meditate and calm myself and actually just go to sleep. I started thinking, instead of the stress of the day of lockdown, I started thinking about where I would eventually travel and what I would eventually pack. So I'd go to bed in the evening and I'd turn out the light and I'd close my eyes and I would think, okay, it could be a summer trip or a winter trip or a long-range hike, and I've got the bag in front of me, and I'm going to put the socks over here and the toothpaste over here, and in 30 seconds I was out. I was just asleep because my imagination taking me out of that problem area and into something lighter and brighter just released everything. It's a wonderful way to use an imagination. And just imagine this, if you are breathing in that golden light, if you are exhaling those gray toxins, maybe we really will stop climate change by 2035. It could happen, but we have to be it. We have to be it, and we get to celebrate it. Don't settle for anything less than your wildest imagination. Imagination is like marmalade gumdrops. Once you've tried it, you'll never settle for just plain. And so it is.
Oh, thank you, Donna. You know, the topic, especially the what if and using your imagination, I think that's such a wonderful segue into our authentic action performance this afternoon. So please stay tuned for that. And also, I just want to quickly thank you. Reverend Donna has been a guest on Discovering Spirit Within almost from the beginning. We are in the middle of a 12-week series called, the Power of Your Soul, the 12 Powers of Your Soul. And I just want to thank you, Donna, for helping me, and in some ways she's kind of mentoring me because, all of a sudden I'm broadcasting out of nowhere. So thank you so much. And now we have the opportunity to support Spiritual Life Center. You can text SLC Love 44321 or go to our website and click on the Donate tab. And of course, you can always mail in an offering. And if you are online and you want to help us to continue to spread this level of consciousness, click on like, comment, share, or subscribe. And let us now say our offering blessing together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
Anybody out there a Coldplay fan?
I think I've landed in a world I haven't seen. And you got me open-handed, and you got me lost for words.
This is what we sing. Ready? Try it with us. Ready? Thank you.
And now we give thanks for the offerings that we know that are given in love and light for the support of Spiritual Life Center. And we also bless the prayers that are in our prayer box, knowing that even as the prayer is being written, it has been answered, and that answer is becoming manifest in that person's life. And we send those prayers to Unity, Silent Unity, to be prayed over for another 30 days, knowing that that will seal the answer to that prayer, and that all is well. And so it is. Amen.
So it is.
Now let us join together with our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. I am. And all is well. And now our peace song.